Hi, my name is Edith, and today I will be talking about my Monarch service project, which is gardening at Mays Business School sign. And our group was basically told to do a project where the community would benefit from it. My group decided that West Campus did not have enough plants, and after looking at some of the buildings that are in West Campus, we decided to plant a garden around the Mays Business School sign. If you have ever been in that area, then you would know that it does not have many plants. The reason why we chose to plant a garden on West Campus was because it will beautify the Mays Business School sign, and it will also give students a different atmosphere to what they are used to seeing. This is what the sign looked like before the garden. And as you can see, the sign has a few plants, but there are still big gaps that could be filled up with other plants. And there's some plants like behind the sign, but not enough to where it makes it look more full and colorful. So this slide basically talks about our goals, and as you can see, like our short-term goals were to create a budget sheet in order to submit an Aggie Green Fund grant proposal. And this is just to gather enough funds to buy the equipment needed to plant the garden. And we also needed to gather the necessary materials in order to conduct the project and to actually estimate an amount for the Aggie Green Fund proposal. And then after we have done that, another short-term goal would be to start clearing the area by removing the old plants that are already in that area. And our middle goals would be to ensure that everyone compromises in order to work around everyone's schedule. That way everyone can contribute to the project. And a long-term goal that we have was, after everyone helping with the garden, we would hope to find a way for the garden to still be up to maintenance, and to also find a way for the garden to improve over time in order for it to change appearance as well. The picture on the far right are some of the tools that we will need in order to do the garden, and on the top left are some of the materials that will be needed in order to be able to plant the garden. So in order to complete the project, we broke down the task. We had people in our group that went and took pictures of the Mays Business School and the sign around it, and we also had people who went to take pictures of different types of plants to calculate an estimate of how much money we were going to need. We all contributed to the budget sheet that was created in order to get an estimate of how much money was needed in order to propose it to the Aggie Green Fund. Once we did that, everyone contributed to fill out the proposal. As you can see, these are some of the plants that are in consideration to put in the garden, and if you noticed, they're mostly different types of colors, and this is just to add more color to West Campus instead of just planting one plant and having it just a solid color. And by working together, we concluded that we can beautify West Campus with the right equipment. The first thing we would have to do is gather the equipment needed in order to be able to successfully plant a garden around the Mays Business School sign. After doing this, we all have assigned roles to where who does what. We had concluded that a few of us were going to prepare the garden bed, others were going to place the mulch and soil, and others were going to plant the seeds and plants. We were able to beautify the Mays Business School sign by successfully planting flowers and overall just adding more color to West Campus. This is a picture of how the Mays sign turned out to be after gardening around it, and as you can see, it's a lot of color and just different signs, and it looks a lot better than what it did before. The way this project can improve would be by having a clear layout of what needed to be done, along with assigning roles to everyone. Another thing that I would suggest that needed improvement would be clear instructions of the project overall, and this was just a big confusion among us, and that was just because everybody had different schedules and different things going on. But the garden could be improved by having more time to plan things out accordingly to everyone's schedule. I feel like the garden can also improve by having other group members suggest new ideas on how to organize the garden better. And this is just a reason. I feel like this is reasonable because, after all, we did a good job of gathering necessary equipment for this project. However, it would have been beneficial to have like a blueprint of how we were going to design the garden from the start, instead of just choosing stuff that seemed okay and just kind of like going along the blueprint. And I feel like it would have made the garden look better, and it could have also given us reassurance that the garden would survive as the seasons change. This basically concludes my digital story, and thank you for watching.